The Last Ronin Reevolution, The Last Ronin 2 Reevolution is the sequel to The Last Ronin. I did reviews on Last Ronin Lost Years and the original Last Ronin comic. And I'm trying to review more Ninja Turtle comics, especially since after Mutant Mayhem, I had so much fun, guys, just talking about Ninja Turtles content, like shows, different movies, that I wanted to talk about the comics, and I've never gotten super into comics. Comics, that is, but been getting into them a lot more. There's also a shit ton of them, Ninja Turtles books coming out right now, because right now is the 40th or 45th, I forget, anniversary of Ninja Turtles this year. So IDW and all these different comics labels are pumping out books, and I will be talking about a lot of it, including Last Ronin 2, issue by issue. I read this. By the way, this issue is sold out, so if your comic book shop does not have any copies, they're not going to get any more until, I believe, May 15th is the date, unfortunately, so I'm sorry to hear that if you missed out, but check your comic shops if they got it. I got a variant cover right here. Also, if there's any variant covers, you might want to grab them because they might be worth something, because people are really into this storyline, which I don't blame them. This first issue is pretty solid. It starts off with an action scene of Casey, battling it out, looking for information, just getting tired, but, finally by the end of it, she just was like, all right, we just need to, tell our people to calm down. We've been at it for weeks now. No one's really helping us with our resistance. We're just kind of tired. So she goes home and takes care of her kids, which are the turtles. And turtles have this fun little moment where they basically recap everything in this cool art style that's great. And, they recap the whole Last Ronin storyline, all that. Story of the brothers and Splinter and all that. And then by the end of it, they end up going on their first mission. And that's kind of where we leave off on the book, is the turtles really going on their first mission outside. And our big boy here freezing up and not really sure why. So there's a couple of things to take away from this book. This is a very different version of the Turtles, right? Because even the creators of this admitted this. They tried to basically make them the new versions of the Turtles while making them their own characters. And I think they've really done a great job at them. You got some female ones, you got some male ones, they all got very distinct, different personalities. I may not be able to remember their names as easily as Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, but they still are very distinct characters. And I think there are some things that they're clearly hinting at, especially with the one big boy freezing up at the end. I keep calling him Big Boy because I can't remember his name. That the turtles, basically the way they were created is not the exact same as how the other turtles were created, and so they might have powers. And I think that's clearly something we're going with Casey as well. Casey clearly has some powers as well, because she was exposed to mutagen and other things. And I think that's what we're going with. We're going into the next stage of mutation, which is powers. I don't know exactly what that's going to mean, but, it's not just them being ninjas this time. It's them actually being characters with superpowers in kind of a weird way. And I think that sounds really cool if that's where we're going. That's my theory. I don't know if that's true. We'll see if that continues to be true throughout the issues, but I thought this was a great first issue, and maybe very excited to read the rest.